Today we're playing Stanley Parable 2, 2? Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. This is gonna be fun. I haven't played this in quite a bit. I can't remember how far into the story I've gotten. But I'm on the screen, so there we go. What's the current time? It is 4:29. One sec. Before we get started, can I just say something? Is there supposed to be audio playing to this? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. What? But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. What is going on? That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Oh, thank you! Oh, so sweet. Well, I like that effect. Alright, begin the game. End is never the end is never the end. Okay, cool.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh. So I suppose
Stanley
I
worked for a
haven't
company
finished,
in a big
or
building
I guess
where he
maybe
was
started the
employee
game? I don't know.
number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
Real.
how long to push them, and in what order.
Oh, I accidentally skipped it. Damn, my bad. Quit the game and then start it again. Okay. Cool. I'm happy to have earned this achievement.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh no.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps I had simply missed a memo. Yeah. You know, I'll go through the story just normally. Oh, wait. New content.
Oh, new content.
Okay, so this is the Stanley
What does
Parable,
that mean,
Ultra
new
Deluxe stuff.
Content?
Okay. Why is right click letting me move around? That's weird.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Right? True.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Right. Nice.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Let's see this new content.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Hell yeah, man.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
It should be fun. The elevator gonna start, or?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Just forgot that we can't actually jump in this game. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
What do you mean, give me the content? I'm the one who's supposed to be intaking the... Yeah, that makes sense. Alright.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
The jump circle. Oh! Oh my god! Yay! Alright, I shouldn't get greedy. I should, save some jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Damn.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and
Come
jumping.
on. It's okay.
Is this what passes for exciting new content?
They give us a jump button,
This is
man.
new content, then I could just read you the
A whole
dictionary. There's
damn
20
jump
hours
button.
of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait,
No.
there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
Was.
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Oh, now that's gonna be
It's
scary.
my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills,
What?
no gimmicks.
I want to see
Just
more
you
new
and me
content.
having a great time together like always.
There's gonna be more new
What do
content.
you say, friend?
Oh. Damn. Oh. Okay. This is not my office building. I hate Mondays. Nice. Don't we all?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. Is there new content in here? Coffee nut. Okay. Ow.
Okay,
Ooh,
you
what
remember
am I
how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just
Ooh.
our little secret. Take a look.
Oh. There's a printer and like chairs and stuff.
I call it the
Ooh.
Memory Zone.
Memory
It's where
zone.
I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the
Lovely.
launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You
Ooh.
see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Zone, sweet zone. Don't forget the Stanley Parable. 2013 when the Stanley Parable was released. Notice these books here. Time, Indoors Monthly, Shapes, exclusive. Lenny Smith talks about his new box. Graphs, National Geographic. Cargo, Operator's Manual. The hell? 1213? 2013? I get it, time. Stanley Parable, buy on Steam. Oh. The original remake. Good times. Oh, look at that. Look at all these. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to Stanley Parable. 2014 Independent Games Award. Oh. Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. Nice. Stanley Parable Demonstration. Ooh. Trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. The Stanley Parable Alpha Test. It's like a museum. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Damn. Don't play for 5 years. Jesus. I should do that. I should, like, strive to not play this game for another 5 years after I'm done with it.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
Oh.
It's no games at
Damn.
all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
What do you mean?
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Damn. This guy's getting a bit too existential. Ooh. Memory zone maintenance. Okay. Can't read those. Let's begin again. Stanley Parable. Doors. Person of the Year, Stanley. Whatever that is. For Scott K. Oh. This is nice. Your number is 29. Top 10 memories. I remember.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
And it's never.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Serious room. The serious room. My god. Anywhere else I'm supposed to be going? Through that door, maybe? Or, I guess I'm going back here, am I? Oh, because the maintenance door's open. Okay. Maintenance?
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no.
Oh.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Oh, God, not
I
Steam.
can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. It's a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley
My god, it's the
Parable,
generator from
but
Left
the
4
game
Dead.
is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh god, there's another one over there. Well, there's another one there too.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, his preachiness gets annoying fast.
Hey Beach, welcome back to the stream.
Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
So true.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness.
Preachy?
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear.
Oh.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel
Or Stanley Parable.
like a failure. like I let these people down.
I'm not a failure
Perhaps
narrator.
the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Ooh.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish
Ooh.
there was a skip button.
That's a roast.
A skip button? Well, yes.
There
Yes,
it
I think
goes.
we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we
Okay.
can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews
What
of
the-
the Stanley
Whoa,
Parable.
okay.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
What
I'd
is
do
this?
anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And
Oh.
here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with just the push of a button,
I know what's
you'll
gonna happen.
zip right past it.
I know
It's
what's
what
gonna
the
happen here.
players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you.
What if I just
and
listen to
therefore,
him?
by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't
fuck?
be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth,
does it just
until
repeat?
inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah 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 blah
Okay.
blah blah.
Yep. Hi.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of
Actually, I listened to it all.
verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination
True,
and more
true.
of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Manifesto.
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact,
Erecting.
make you
Stop.
more not this
Stop.
kind of person, and in fact
Stop.
do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of
She's
these things
speaking.
at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them.
Like money, right?
Okay, at first I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I
I'm
think
not
it has
pressing the
much more
skip
of a
button.
treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a
Yeah.
mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in
God.
which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Nice.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Treatise? Manifesto.
Treatise, manifesto.
Yep.
Treatise, manifesto.
That's what I'm saying.
Treatise, manifesto.
Exactly, my dude.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Yep.
Treatise, manifesto.
Let's get some treatise and manifestos in chat, bro.
Manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Hmm.
Treatise, manifesto.
Undoubtedly.
Treatise, manifesto.
Indubitably.
Treatise, manifesto.
Yep.
Treatise, manifesto.
Uh-huh.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Mm-hmm.
Treatise, manifesto.
How long does this go on for?
Manifesto.
Like,
Treatise,
did they
manifesto.
intentionally do this?
Treatise,
Like, do I get an achievement for waiting?
treatise, manifesto.
Treatise.
Manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Okay, I'll press the button.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
Yeah.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess
can.
I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation.
Real?
Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
God.
Let me start
Sorry,
over.
this is funny.
How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
The fucking subtitle stopped. Okay. It's done? He's finished talking? Is he? Was I really supposed to push the button right there? Because he's not saying anything. Okay.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I
Hello.
should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That
Yep.
last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Oh.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated,
Okay.
and we can say goodbye to it and just...
Yep.
Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the
There's
door
a door
go?
right there.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
Nope.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and
I don't see
to
anything.
please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the
What if we
skip button.
disabled the air
Wasn't
conditioning
way
unit?
before. I swear there
What if we
was.
disable the air
Maybe,
conditioning
yeah.
unit and then like
Can you maybe
remove the fan and
just
then just
ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all.
Yeah, I would slam my body into the wall to the point where enough damage is done to me to where I can leave this mortal realm and go to heaven.
I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for
Is this
just
secretly a
moment,
door?
and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip
Okay.
button. Please, please, please do
Yep.
not press the skip button. Just wait
Hands.
here. Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes. Good. I'll be right back.
Okay. Alright. Well, while that's happening, I'm gonna be right back. So you guys just stick with the narrator and see what happens. I'll turn my camera off. I'll like take my camera off and I'll mute my mic. And then, yeah, we'll come back and see what happens. Alright, I'm back. Anything happen? Did the narrator say anything? Did he come back? Did he find us a door? Oh, I pushed the button.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Okay.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're
Jesus.
really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Damn.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine.
Fuck Cookie Nine.
I have no idea who
They don't even know who they are.
What would it ever really
The
matter?
cunt.
But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it.
Oh my God.
Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me again. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem?
Did that just...
Why did Cookie Nine's opinion
just
matter
repeated.
so much to me? I've never even met
Okay, time to
Cookie
push the
Nine.
button.
Oh, Stanley.
Oh,
Back.
shit. Okay.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
The plant's dead.
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
My God, it's so dark in here now.
I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley.
Yep.
I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
I'm pushing the fucking button.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Okay.
I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
That's surreal.
And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Such a
All of
bitchy.
them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely
so
to
fucking
state
low
for you
this
the plain fact
game.
of this manner of existence.
I could press the
I wish
skip
you would
button,
feel afraid
but
as I do.
my petty
Perhaps
ass.
one day, this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Holy shit, is he done? Okay. Skip button. Narrator. 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 The air conditioner's still moving, I think. Narrator. Clock is out of battery. Is that a smoke detector? The clock just fell. Okay. Hello? Anybody there? Narrator's not here. Okay. Skip button.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
He's gone
It wasn't
bonkers.
enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But
He's
then,
lost.
he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability.
Oh, my Lord.
It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think. To feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me.
Yeah.
Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny.
Okay,
it was meant
done.
to have a point. It was
Oh, okay, he's gone again. Oh, the aircon's not moving either now. Clock's still on the floor. Plant's still dead. Alright.
The end is never
Never
the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end.
Does it just go on?
The end is never 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 the end.
Shit goes hard.
End is never the 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 end.
Oh, okay. Back to empty building. Boop. Oh my god. Okay, so the building is broken down. Bruh. Yeah, it's getting bad. What's next? Oh. Whoa, that's... Jeez, that's bright. Wow. Daytime? How many years has passed? Oh, now there's a greenery in here. That's beautiful. There's like a whole damn tree. It's so pretty. Oh, and it's back to depressing. Damn. These noises. Back to it. Still going through this part. What the hell? Yo. Oh my god. Is this like the end of the world or something? Jesus. Whole place is a desert now. Oh, the skip button's broken. Oh no. Uh-oh. Do I just like start walking? Oh. Okay. We're back in the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Sus. Oh. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content. Let's go. Let's see the new content. What could this new content be? Stopping here again. What's happening?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Why is it dark?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh! Oh! Stanley Parable 2. Then there's never
far
again.
superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions. Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why there are so many possibilities? It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
What the fuck Zwei. That's not Zwei, that's Zwei. Du dos Zwei. What about Dio? Isn't 2 in Greek?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and
This looks
innovation
amazing.
and long-term franchising potential.
2? New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old blasted new hotness. Rare sections of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. They're back. 2 doors. Holy crap. Stanley Parable 2. They're just going through each logo. Thanks for attending my meeting. Wow. This is just E. More TSP, better TSP. Win to win. Sequential mindshare. Paradigm shift, synergy, brick-and-mortar approach. Envelope, client-centric marketing. The color red. Leverage holistic value. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. 1 plus 1 is 2. What? 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 1 is. The end is never, the end is never. Wait, what? Every pause button is Roman numeral 2. Oh God.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
2. This way to the show floor. The show floor? New features. That's crazy. What are these new features going to be? There's just a bus. Okay. Expo Hall 2. Oh, of course. Oh my God.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh my God. Merch? Can I get some of this? This shit looks amazing. Holy crap. Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. I'm pretty sure, yeah, no.
For the Stanley
it does
Parable
not say
2,
that.
I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have
Jim.
clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course,
Jim.
in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I am Jim.
Here we go. Let's
I
take
am
a
Jim.
deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm
I
Jim.
want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim,
Yep.
seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams
Yep.
crumble into dust.
Okay, Jesus
Do you feel
fucking
it
Christ.
deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yeah, I'm Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Come on. I am Jim. I am Jim.
Jim.
Oh my God.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh my God. I feel it. I feel it.
Jim.
I'm Jim.
It hits
I am
even
Jim.
harder the second time.
Oh!
If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2,
Oh
it
my
would
gosh.
still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button.
I'm-
I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
I'm Jim.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too
Let me,
much.
no, let me be Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim
I'm
button
Jim.
away.
No, don't take Jim away from me.
Start to lose all
Please.
sense of
No.
feeling actual
I am
power.
Jim.
Jim.
I am Jim. Damn, you suck, narrator. Idiot. Taking all the fun away, man. Should've pressed- Should have kept pressing the fucking skip button. You cunt. What
I
is this?
suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That
Please
would
no
actually
screenshots.
save me the work of finishing this feature.
What the fuck? Okay. Let me just... There you go. I screenshotted it. Wait, what if I... Oh no, I'll do that later. Bonus isn't it? Yeah. Jump circle, infinite hole. Reassurance bucket. Well, what do I want to do first? That's new. What? You heard Jim in... Whoa, okay. That's crazy. You heard Jim in the game. That did not say that before. Epilogue? I probably shouldn't do that yet. Settings World Champion. Oh, okay. How do you get Settings World Champion?
This is...
Cool. Did I get Settings World Champion? How do you get Settings World Champion in this game? I need to search this up. Move every slider in the settings menu through every single numerical value rather than just dumping it to the... Okay. I have to move every slider. Alright, I'll keep that. Okay, good. Jesus Christ. Alright, 80. There you go, I'm doing it. Am I doing it? Am I doing it? Am I gonna become champion soon? Okay, boom. What if I just do it like this? Because I feel like it jumps by 2 when I move the slider like that. Yes! I'm doing it! Oh, I feel so amazing right now.
This is the story of a man named...
Feels amazing. This feels great.
This is the story of a man named...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm gonna put this back down to 90. Yeah. Alright, cool. Any more sliders? Any more sliders? Did I still not get it? Fuck! Toggle all check boxes and language options, especially enabling subtitles to reveal hidden sliders. Oh, okay. Beep, beep, boop, beep. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep. Oh, okay. I will get settings world champion. What if I just like... That's so funny. Oh my god. I did it. Do I get in? Yay!
Aha!
Woo!
I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2,
Yes.
I'm including an entirely...
Before that's revealed, I'm gonna be right back real quick. Stay tuned. Alright. Are you guys ready? Listen. This shit's gonna get real. Alright? Are you ready to see what this new setting is?
Something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Holy shit. What is this? Where is it? Where is it? Oh man. Oh. No, okay, I think there's too much bumpscosity for me, man. 76. Man, how much bumpscosity? We'll keep it at 76. That seems like a good enough bumpscosity rating for me. It's like, it's just, it feels right, you know? What is this? Please no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
I didn't want to get well someday. That really sucked.
Or actually,
Meanie?
maybe I should have gone with... No.
Yeah, maybe,
I've
no,
made my
you should have.
decision. We're moving on.
Cunt. Sorry, what should I do? Free new plus easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. They gave Stanley a face. Free achievement, get yours now. Pull the lever, receiving no achievement, no steps. No more steps, it just works. Get yours right now. I want it.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes.
Really?
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you.
Gimme.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel, to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
The fucking achievement. Alright, fine. Fuck you then. I didn't want the achievement anyway. Achievement sucked, probably.
What else?
Infinite
What
hole.
other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
More jump circle. I gotta do it. I
You
gotta
know
do
what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
it. Stanley collectibles. Exit. Infinite hole. Let's go to the infinite hole. What the fuck is these diagrams? It just keeps going. What?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
What the fuck? Okay. Whee!
You see? Isn't it wonderful?
Infinite
One of my
hole,
ingenious
baby.
concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I wanna go back in.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again?
Yes, I did.
I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but
Okay.
forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about...
Oh,
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told
You
you the
lied.
hole was infinite, but come on.
you lied.
Who actually wants to fall forever?
It's
the
me.
hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
But you're the problem.
Look,
First it was the
we've
infinite,
got
the
different views there. I think we both
the
said
thing,
some things we didn't
the
know.
button,
Why
and then it was the
always
the
behind the
achievement.
agree to just call
You
the
can't.
hole mostly infinite. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
You know what? Fuck you.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you?
Oh no.
I know you're obsessed
Wait,
with
no, please-
holes,
please let me
but
out.
at this depth,
Please, I'm sorry.
I just can't see this scratching the itch.
I'm sorry.
Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to
I'm
do.
done.
Hit the teleport button when
Okay.
you're ready to move on.
Oh. Okay.
Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye,
No.
Stanley.
No.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole. And now you'll get more time with it than you could
let me
ever
out,
have
please.
asked for. It's
Narrator,
a
please.
boon for
Please,
everyone.
narrator.
You
Please.
get to be
I'm
with
sorry.
the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
Please, no. I want to see
Yes,
more of
Stanley.
the features.
I hope
I want to see
you
more of
have
the
a
features.
wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oh, no. Ah, shit. Um. Narrator? Help? Please? Help me? Narrator? Change your perspective. Fucking what? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Oh,
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of
have the
them.
skip button, please.
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Oh. Oh, okay, I'm back here. Okay, cool.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Let's go over here. Collectibles. That's new. Pardon me. Jesus. Speak Stanley. Click them all?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I'm not collecting it. Oh, I have to click on it. Okay. Oh, okay. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find... Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What? Huh? I like rewards. Nothing like you've given me today. Jesus.
A
Bucket?
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic
Reassurance
sense
bucket.
of reckless
Where is it?
despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration,
Silly.
I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to
Okay.
be honest, it's a much more convenient
Can I have the bucket,
solution
then?
for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Give me bucket.
Can you
I
imagine
want
what a
bucket.
pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Okay.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
I feel it.
can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess this is my new life for the bucket. Sweet.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
The button that
really
says
should
Jim.
be an award if it isn't already.
That's Jim. Is there anything else I need to do? Maybe epilogue? I think epilogue is the next thing, isn't it? That's a different kind of too.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. So what now? Exit that way. Suppose I should go to the exit then? Those are some very good features.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Who's this? Whose is this? Just a bag. Somebody's bag just on the floor there. Okay.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll
Okay.
see whether or not it
Exciting.
coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Let's see this.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Fuck is this?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, this is much better. I feel
It's
good about
probably better this time.
Here we go. Version 2.
It's alright, here we go. Here we...
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
What?
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. Ooh. The Stanley Parable 2. Oh, this is crazy. I like the music. Yeah, see, look, okay, I remember the last time I played this, the game said, you know what? For entering what is probably the correct time, we're gonna let you pick whatever time you want. So what time am I putting in? I think, personally... Actually, wait. I'll listen to a bit of the stream playlist. And then I'll turn Spotify audio on. There we go. My personal favorite time is 8 AM. Not that I ever am awake at this time. 6:07. My personal favorite time is 8 AM. Not that I am ever awake at that time, but because 8 AM is just fucking goated, you know? It's just legendary time. I would put 6:07, but no. 6:07. 8 AM, your favorite time of the day. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me change game audio. Ah! Thought something was crawling on my face for a second. That was scary. Alright. Or, could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? I mean, it is 8 AM. It's 8:03 right now. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Aww. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 8 AM is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 8 AM? Pretty damn accurate. It's not like entirely accurate. It's 8:03, but like, it's pretty up there. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. How did you sleep, my friend? Terrible. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. Let's go to how I slept last night. I fell asleep at probably around 11 PM. I woke up at 12:45 AM. Fell back asleep again. Woke up at 3. Fell asleep again. Woke up at 4. And then tried to fall asleep again. And then couldn't. And so I got up, got dressed, went to the gym, came home with 2 monsters. This is my first drinking today. Now I'm streaming. Damn, dude, I had a dream where I just fucking died. That's it. Damn. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Aww. And perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones up. You'll be ready by the next time you boot up the game. I kind of want to do those new. You know what? No, I'm just gonna keep playing the Stanley Parable 2. Stanley Parable 2, technically.
This is the story of a man named
This is
Stanley.
the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
Dang now.
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
Yum.
how long to push them, and in what order.
We've got a
This
message.
is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
We're gonna miss
And
a
although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Something very peculiar
Something
happened.
that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
The
He
game,
had
the
been at his
sequel
desk
came
for
out.
nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Real?
Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
Get well
This
someday.
complete
I fucking hate those
isolation.
balloons.
Something
I
was very
have a gripe
abnormal.
with this piece of shit narrator here.
Frozen solid.
I wanted,
Stanley found himself unable
I
to
wanted
move
the other
for the
balloons.
longest time.
and
But
he
as
just
he
like,
came to
no.
his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his
Bitch.
desk and stepped out of his office.
So for that, I'm not gonna follow anything he wants. Stanley was a
All of
broke
his
ass. Yeah.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed him. Stanley picked up
Bucket!
the bucket.
Yo! Hell yeah. Got the bucket of reassurance.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Do I enter the door on my left? Do I do it? Pick one, left or right. Right? Alright, bet.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
Heh.
room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes, sir.
And here it was. Had the
Lovely
bucket
employee
turned
lounge.
out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yep.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Oh.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
We're here.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
This is where we die, right?
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh. Yo, Lily of the Valley, welcome back to the stream.
You see,
How's it
your
going?
friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Oh no.
We've come together here because we care about you very
Oh
much.
no.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
It's an
Bucket
intervention.
isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game.
Give a shit about this baby.
Adventure Line.
Finally not 12 a.m. so I can
And
stay a bit.
why
Hell
was
yeah.
it? Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their
I'm finally live in the morning for me.
favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who
Hates
gave you the
baby.
bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want.
Huh?
Let's do it.
Adventure Line? Can I have the music too?
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it
That
played
baby's
some
way
silly
damn too
music as
big,
well.
yeah. Yes! I'm pausing the Spotify for this shit. Hold on. Give me a second.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable
Wait.
is all about. Don't you
The
remember
music back
all
on, you
those
can't.
great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back
Also,
then.
Stanley is
Let's do it
addicted
for
to
the
drugs
fans,
and
Stanley.
hookers.
Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I'm not getting rid of the bucket. Bucket's mine. Da-da-da. Okay, since the music's not gonna come back on, then fine, fuck you. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me,
I'm not getting rid of the bucket.
feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you
Hell
agree?
nah, bro. No. No.
Can you
Nuh-uh.
guess what the Bucket Destroyer
No.
does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I'm not destroying the bucket. No.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer
No.
will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying
No.
buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality
What the
trait
fuck's happening?
deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable
He's about to
characters?
live.
Well, you see,
Bucket
if
Destroyer
you
can
were
go
to
get
really
fucked.
explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with
Crush his
complexity
nuts.
and
Oh.
nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
I'm scared.
What other object
scared.
in this game can you even
scared.
say that about?
I'm
The
scared.
broom closet? Certainly not.
scared.
I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer.
Oh my
until you
God.
crush that damn
Oh my-
bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it for fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Okay.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You
What?
had so much potential. We were going
Bruh.
to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time...
Who
that you
fucking
were
who, man?
You were magnificent.
You tried to sacrifice yourself for the bucket? Yeah, it's my bucket. I love my bucket. It's the reassurance bucket. We all need a reassurance bucket in our lives. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Bucket is
Stanley
best.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Bucket is
Perhaps
best bucket. Yeah.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms. And a
Bucket-
wave of
bucket is love,
comfort
bucket is
rushed
life.
over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Right door.
And this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
Stanley had
And
felt
the
the bucket
unclaimed
calling to
was
him.
simply the place to go.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the
Could
bucket
go to a better
turned out to
place.
be
Hell no.
correct? Was no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nah, we're going this way this time.
No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Oh,
go
shit.
somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Yeah, figurine, Stanlerine, whatever the fuck it's called. Gimme.
Found one of them.
Yeah.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
Let's go.
no reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
I don't
You
care.
can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried.
Been behind
So,
you if you haven't
I
been there,
implore
yeah.
you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Yapaholic, dude. Into the vent we go. Now where does this go? Oh, the cassette thing. Oh. I clicked it.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've
um,
lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time
What?
I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done
I'm
it,
kind of scared.
it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
Oh, he's gonna start selling buckets, isn't he?
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
Bro.
This is my golden ticket.
I'm gonna go
But
on
I
a
have to be
ticket.
careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a
Really want to find the
target
chocolate
on my
factory, you know.
back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Caporata.
What? What? The what? What just happened? Okay.
All of his co-workers
Cool.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Figuring
had simply
find his
missed a
committee
memo.
meeting today in the meeting room.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Oh yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's actually go to the meeting room this time. Ooh. Bottom text. Okay. There will be a reward for finding them all. Stop kidding yourselves. I want them so much. I want to go home. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Who are you? BBB. Lol. Can you click that one? Oh. How can you tell you've spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Oh, damn. Bigleys are hard to find. Oh, seriously, we can do it, Red Room. Thank you, good luck. I think I missed a slide, but oh. Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless to be like. Many questions, so no member from management. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. Source of levitation? What? This is stupid. Broom closet. Oh, okay.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
What?
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley.
There's a bucket
Don't
right
give
there.
in. Don't
It's a mop
hand
bucket.
over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and
It is?
lifelong friend.
Oh yeah.
You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling.
My
now, it
bucket.
seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
Well, fuck
That
you.
your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal
Excuse
and
me?
meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the
Fuck
broom
you.
closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the
Yeah.
wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
The bucket is my bucket. You stink. Fuck you. The end.
Okay, I've got you something. Coming to a staircase,
Oh.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Downstairs. Yeah, buddy.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about
Stanlerines?
mini stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
Stanlerines, yeah.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Oh yeah, Stanlerine, baby. What's here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
Might be
why
fired.
had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
Oh no.
And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
Huh? Wait, one sec. Motherfucker.
How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely
Oh, no.
no good would come from this. Who knows
no.
what sorts of bizarre hallucinations
Oh, no.
Stanley might experience without the
Oh, no.
psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. Now he felt himself floating off the ground.
Oh no.
Gracious, he exclaimed. Without
Oh,
my
no.
bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he
Where's
heard
my bucket?
calling to him.
Where's my bucket?
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Bucket.
Truly be.
I'm
He
coming.
was forward
I'm
from
coming
each
for you,
room,
bucket.
Passing by one
Oh.
bucket after the next.
What the
None
fuck?
of them were his.
Oh.
None of them were his
What is
special
it?
bucket.
Oh my
Come
god.
to me, Stanley.
Where's my
Find
bucket?
me.
Where's my
He had
bucket?
to find the
I
bucket.
need my
He had to
bucket.
return to
I
his
need
old
my
friend.
bucket.
It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
I am the bucket.
The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly
Oh,
Stanley
bro.
doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh, okay.
This is the story of a woman named
Okay. We're just back to Mariella. Bro.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was
I love
interrupted
this
by
game.
the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps
Yeah, I
he
feel
didn't
that.
even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mary thought, and she hugged her own
He shouldn't have
bucket
forgotten his
even
bucket.
tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which
Fair
her
enough.
bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
What? Okay. She backflipped all the way to work? Fucking gymnastics over here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Huh.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, wait, I didn't get the bucket. Hold on. Wait, is the bucket even there? Oh, yeah, bucket's still here.
Warmth
Hi, bucket.
spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting
Real.
room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to
Exactly.
be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
Okay.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to
We're
the
going
meeting room.
here.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed
Nah,
him, of
that
course,
was
because
not the
buckets
bucket's.
can't
That
talk.
was not the
But
bucket's
Stanley
doing.
chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket
I didn't
asked.
do that. I jumped down here. Where are
No,
we going?
stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Aw.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless...
Damn.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
I know what
I
a
suppose
bucket
that would
is.
explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which,
I know what a bucket
if that's
is.
True. Well, my goodness. I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not
What?
addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. What
Now
the
then,
fuck?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Gee, I don't know. Is that a bucket, chat? I think it might be. I think it might be a bucket. It's got like that kind of round shape, and like it's got a handle, you know. I think it's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Damn, I should have known.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Fuck, man, is that a bucket? Nah, it's not a bucket.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh, I love this.
Item 3. Is this
Ooh.
a bucket?
Alright, I think that we finally on a bucket.
Correct.
Yep.
This is a bucket.
Yeah, baby. I know what a bucket is.
Item 4.
Oh.
Is this a bucket?
Oh, that's a pretty fucking big bucket. How'd they even fit that in there? That's a bucket.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
What do you mean that's a bucket? Fucking tractor.
Is this a bucket?
Okay, now that is most definitely a bucket.
Correct.
Yeah, let's go. Hell yeah, dude.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Fuck no.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? That's very clearly not a bucket. Fucking narrator just
Wait,
take this
hold on. I
test.
can't find the next one. Let me see.
What?
Should be around here somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's a bucket.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here, and I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something.
I'm holding a
and therefore
bucket.
Nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence.
Hell yeah.
And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Oh yeah, you've been a bucket this whole time, bro.
Stanley,
Yeah.
I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I
What?
can't have that. I'm sorry. I'm going to erase all buckets from the game
No,
entirely.
no, no,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no. I swear to God.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Aha!
Disappear.
Aha!
Was
Everything is a
everything
bucket.
Every single thing in the game was a
Yes.
bucket. Oh my God.
Buckets. Pardon me.
Good.
Jesus.
Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Damn.
Oh, this is wonderful news.
I'm not a bucket.
We're not buckets.
It's my dream to be
Yes,
a bucket.
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Yeah.
So, tell you what.
Maybe make
I'll
it
reset
not out of
everything.
buckets
We'll
next
put
time.
back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you
Yep.
run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do? to a
Everyone,
person.
the
All right,
Stanley
here
Parable
we
was
go.
made exclusively out of buckets. And Stanley and the narrator. See, that's a bucket. That's a bucket. That's a bucket. Bucket, 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 buckaroony, bucket, 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 bucket. All those are buckets.
Well, the bumpscosity in here is really getting up there, isn't it? No
what?
matter, the story must carry on no matter how much.
Oh yeah, bumpscosity. Hold on, I should probably Let's let's go to 1,000
Or how
bumpscosity.
little bumpscosity there is.
Turn up the bumpscosity to 1,000,
Stanley
baby.
picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone.
Ultimate
Not with the
bumpscosity, bro.
bucket around. Stanley clutched the
Alright,
bucket
go this
tightly
way.
to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Real?
telling him that the employee lounge was
Hold
simply the
his
place
nuts.
to be.
Oh.
And here it
Right,
was.
I'm just gonna
Had the
keep going
bucket
through.
turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I'll go on the lift. And I'll go all the way up this
No.
time.
Said the bucket.
No,
Go to the meeting room.
don't go to the meeting
somewhere
room.
else.
Go somewhere
Cargo
else.
lift, yes.
I'll go lift.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the
Oh
top.
my god, bro. Yappity yap yap yap. Let me just.
Something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
The bucket speaks to me.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
This isn't dark. Oh, this room. This is pretty dark.
Now pick up the phone,
Said the bucket.
pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Whoa, hold on. Why did
Oh.
you unplug the phone?
Oh, my bad.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's
Hold on,
orders?
hold on. No,
Stanley, I
no,
was
put-
joking.
I wanna plug it back
Obviously,
in.
The bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bundled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously.
Well,
Where
fuck
did I mess
you.
up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's
What?
take a look.
What?
What is comedic timing?
Okay.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
Alright.
How can it be used to
Everyone pay
effectively
attention.
silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. I'm Dunny with the
Good.
funny.
This saying is a perfect example
What
of
the fuck?
expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time
Aw,
to
damn.
hand out surveys.
I want to take a screenshot of that
Collecting
stupid
hard
ass
data from
face,
your
bro.
audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter,
God.
and even tripled over in
Jesus
laughter
Christ,
in
get
no
those
time at
faces
all.
away from me.
Just remember to let them stop laughing at some
funny.
point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very
What
existence,
is this?
and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble
What?
cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hold on. How did this go from
Hey,
jokes
this
to...
video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as
Fuck's
relevant
in this
today as
thing?
they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
No, I don't want to go. Fuck me. if I just like don't? I don't want to go back on the cargo lift. Man.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking
Brother.
bucket, you'll say? How
You
ridiculous.
just no, you can't do this to me.
Hilarious concept.
I want to jump
the
off.
King of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have
Dickhead.
the instructional video.
God.
Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now? Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
I really hope you're done with the funny. Game's gonna force me to do this, isn't it?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
What the fuck? Okay.
What?
Jesus
we're back
Christ.
At the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing.
I'm the
Not
king of
even
comedy,
a
bro.
glorious joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back.
Oh no, don't tell me you're gonna have to watch it again.
Oh my God. Surely that will help me improve my...
Please no. I don't want to. I
Here we
don't.
go.
Oh,
Ready?
okay. What the fuck?
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. What?
Oh
We're
no.
back at the phone
It's just gonna
already?
keep repeating, isn't it?
Here
Let's
we
go.
You ready?
Holy shit.
When Stanley and the bucket
Hold on.
came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Phone alarm is about to go off. I remember I had an alarm set for today, assuming I was actually gonna sleep.
What? We're back at the phone already?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yeah, we're back. Oh.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors...
Let's go,
they
man.
entered
This
the
is
door
this
on
is
the
funny
left.
as. Right door.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Right door.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay. I'll go on the right door.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay. I'll go on the door on the left. All right, I'll go. I went in the left door.
What? we're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Alright. I'm gonna go on the door on my left.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Is there anything for me to do?
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go.
Do I have to go on the door on the
When
left?
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Alright, fine. I'll go on this door.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the
I
phone.
did! Like
You don't even
15
look at the instructional
times!
video. I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no
You
way
fuck.
I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our
Good.
meetings from now on.
Fucking
All
deserve it.
because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh!
Stanley,
What?
you
What?
love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions
Oh, what?
pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are.
What?
No?
What is happening?
Still not... Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this.
Did I actually finish the game?
Jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More
Sorry, Leroy.
instructional videos.
Fuck.
Let's see.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Oh,
mean?
what the fuck? Nah,
Stanley
this
decided
slipped.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, no, that did not seem
The
right.
good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It truly is.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Damn. Oh, yo. Amelia Condemn, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's go. And welcome to the stream as well. Oh, it's just another Stanley figurine thing. Broom closet? Hello, broom closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
No.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Actually, I'll go upstairs. Why not? I'll actually listen this time. Partially listen. I'll listen a little bit. Executive bathroom.
Okay, I'm going back to the name
Hell
of
yeah.
these little Stanley figurines. And now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think,
Figlies?
Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1. Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Nice. Oh, because the boss knows that Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okay. Extreme bathrooms. Right. What? How poetic.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yep.
Was the bucket
Well, what the fuck's
guiding him?
happening?
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes, sir. I totally guessed that. Oh.
You're getting close.
I just
now,
need one
Stanley.
more.
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon,
Figler
you'll
and
select the last
what?
one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Figler and Yuri. Yeah. Alright. Let's go. No, elevator. Elevator. There we go. I can speak English. A little bit.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Oh yeah. I love my bucket. Bucket is amazing.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I sure do wonder.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley
Fired?
nearly dropped the bucket in
that?
shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Righto. What's this?
Was
Elevator?
the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Maybe.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Feeble. Wow.
No!
Mean.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter.
Pirate? What?
His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I can only trust the bucket.
But here was the proof.
Oh.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Oh yeah.
They high-fived
Just me and the
in
bucket.
a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
So the bucket can talk.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Was it?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
What?
Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty,
Schplank.
until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, and go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
Okay.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Okay. Oh, and we're back. Okay. Nice.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Real?
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Is there another place, another route I can go to through here?
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the
How
door on
did
his
the
left to go back to the
figurine?
meeting room, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section
Yeah,
and
go down
walked
here
straight
again.
ahead to the opposite door.
See if there's anything new over here.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place
Oh,
eventually.
just another intervention.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Bathroom closet.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket
let
isn't
me
even
go.
from the original Stanley
go.
Parable. It's just sequel
Let me
content.
go.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
How do I get
because
away?
That's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows
there another
where
way I
it'll
can
go
go?
off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Can I deviate from the adventure line?
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do
I guess
that,
we're just doing
you're
this
going
again.
to have to give something up.
Oh, well, I can destroy the bucket this time and see what happens.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Ah,
That's why I'm very proud to introduce
Damn.
a brand new character.
poor bucket.
This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
It makes
Surely
me coffee.
You don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket. and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
What if I turn it off?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable
I'm sorry, Bucket.
characters?
I'm sorry,
See,
Bucket.
if
We have
you
to
were
do it,
really
Bucket.
explore the
I'm sorry,
destroyer,
Bucket. We
you'd
have
see that
to.
its desire to crush buckets
Bucket,
is
please stop
intensely
making it
loaded with
harder than it
complexity and
is.
nuance, that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley
Bucket, we have to do it.
like
Bucket, we have to do it. Bucket, come on, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bucket. Just get it. Just get in the machine.
Stanley, give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Damn. So I couldn't destroy the bucket anyway. Alright, now I know that. Rest in peace,
Bucket Destroyer.
Bucket Destroyer.
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Rest in
For
Bucket.
the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
It truly was a machine. Rest in peace, Bucket Destroyer. This is different. Bucket?
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket.
Why is it just...
A bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo
Let's go
lift.
over there again.
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley
That
did
looks
not
like an
question
escape
why
route.
or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of
Oh,
course,
well.
because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop.
No.
Look there on the
Let
wall.
me in.
See, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Fine.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
Damn.
Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket?
Okay, I think... I think it's just gonna lead me through the same thing.
My God, the bumpscosity in here is absolutely overwhelming. 1,000? You people have got to be nuts. How can you stand this much bumpscosity?
I'm just that bumpscotchous.
The embrace of an old
I
friend.
fucking know.
A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the
Get
place
wrecked.
to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
We're going this way.
No,
Said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting
Don't
room.
go to the
go
meeting
somewhere
room.
else.
Me.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to
Vent.
the cargo.
Venting like in Among Us? Back here again. Is there anywhere else I can go instead of just clicking on the thing? So that just triggers the other ending, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright.
Stanley decided
I think
to
I'll
go to the meeting
do
with him. The bucket
the
made Stanley want to be a
crush
better man
ending.
and
Where you
a
go to the
better
boss's office.
co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Wonder if the narrator's gonna stop me because I'm going too fast.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, okay. What's in here? Oh. Maybe I go down? Oh, what? Okay, what if I go up? Am I actually going to get to a destination, or is it just listening to elevator music? Am I gonna get to a destination? Is that the narrator singing along to the song, or is that part of the song? Fuck this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
It was all me, bro.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I'll just go back. I can't go back. Can't do anything. Alright. Escape. I'm gonna go to the escape. Was there anything here? No. This is where the other figurine was. Ooh. Spooky. We're back here now.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Ah. That's unfortunate.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Death time. We... It was nice knowing you, Bucket.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell,
Wait.
Stanley.
Stanley, stop being so pessimistic.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh. Stanley
It
Parable.
was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own
bucket's
way,
gone.
but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
The bucket. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in the exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? Damn.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
Oh.
Can you see the hubris
bucket.
that blinded him?
Love
Can
you.
you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
That is a lot more than 25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. That is a lot more than 25 buckets, I think. I would think so. A bucket with two handles. Oh. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Put to death? So it's not even like an impossible feat, it's just illegal. Inferno Bucket. A replica of the Inferno Bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control for it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains, no one can control the bucket. The fuck? Stress bucket, an analogy. The stress bucket presented without commentary. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance, vulnerability, size, and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies, holes, rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, rest and relaxation. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Okay. Stress bucket. Ooh. Scary, man. Oh. Wow. The music. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Ah, yes. We are worthy of the bucket.
No man can own a bucket,
Oh,
and
my bad.
certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Bucket!
But there is something we can do.
Oh.
Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Hmm?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't
okay.
reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander.
What if I just like quit to menu and then play?
This is the story.
Stanley's alive!
All of his
Yippee!
coworkers were gone. What could it mean?
My
Stanley
God.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Bucket!
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very
Oh, yeah.
lucky indeed.
Beep. I pressed the computer. What happens if I press on every computer?
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Hmm. What if I click on every computer that I come across that I can turn off?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Oop.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
So true, bestie.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Hmm. Intrigue
And
arresting.
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to them, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance
Why
section
not?
and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Ooh, spooky. Alright. I think I'm going to leave the stream here because I'm tired as shit. If anyone's here, thank you for coming. If not, I don't know. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Check out my social medias, all in my Twitch panels. You can look at my YouTube channels, my TikTok, Instagram, etc., etc. But yeah, goodbye.